Hello Walker Wolverines and happy Friday. My name is Michael Arjona. I'm the head of the upper school here at Walker. I'm also a Walker alum and a Walker parent. Today I would like to give you some insight into the planning that is going on for the 2020-2021 school year as it relates to our academic program. We are very proud of all the work that our students and faculty did to create a robust remote learning plan this past spring. We know that it's going to take the same creativity, planning, and commitment to meaningful learning to create a plan for returning to campus this August. 3 words are guiding our teaching and learning task force work this summer and spring: informed, prepared, agile. Our planning is being informed by the science of how COVID-19 spreads, as well as guidance from public health officials, including the CDC, and medical professionals. Our plan is also informed by schools nationally and internationally as they plan for their reopening as well. Last week, we engaged with American schools in Asia as they are currently in the process of reopening. We've also talked with division heads at independent schools across the nation as they're planning for the fall. We even learned about how German schools are managing the flow of students in the hallways. We are also taking advantage of this time to carefully plan the logistics of having students on campus in the fall and provide professional development for our faculty on technology, on mitigation strategies, and on student support. We have an advantage in both our size and the consistent ways in which our faculty go above and beyond for the benefits of our students. With thoughtful planning, we can deliver the best educational experience in the midst of this unique time. Our plans must be flexible and adaptable in the face of the unpredictable nature of the public health crisis that our country is now facing. Walker's intimate size as an independent school allows us to be more agile than larger schools and to put in additional safeguards while not sacrificing the ability to be on campus. Many larger schools or school districts have noted that the logistics of the CDC guidance will make it impractical for them to return to in-person classes this fall. That will not be the case for Walker. Given all that we have heard from public health officials, we're operating under 2 assumptions. First, until there's a major breakthrough in vaccination or in treatment, COVID-19 will continue to impact all schools and will require us to take action to reduce spread and mitigate risk through things like social distancing. No school community will be able to return to business as usual this fall. Our students will benefit from careful planning that accepts this reality. Second, all schools must be prepared for possible future waves of infection. Given that we do not know what will happen with the rates of infection this fall, we need to create plans that are flexible and allow us to be agile. That agility will allow us to give students stability and consistency this school year. Based on federal, state, and local guidance, including health authorities from like the CDC and Georgia Department of Public Health, Walker has created a plan for reopening and having students on campus this fall and this summer. This plan includes scenarios, red, orange, yellow, and green, that have different levels of requirements for the size of group gatherings and risk mitigation. Each scenario is determined by indicators of the rate of infection of COVID-19 in our local area of Cobb County. As the rate of infection declines in our area, we expect to be in our yellow or green scenarios for the start of school, though we must be prepared for all potential scenarios. As we look at this school year, we know that there will be safety measures in place to mitigate the risk of spread through all scenarios. We have created teaching and learning plans across all 4 divisions, specific to primary and lower school, as well as middle and upper school. 3 main themes that run through the plan for all these divisions are: the health and safety of our community is first and foremost. Teacher and student relationships are core to the learning at Walker. Providing consistency and stability for our students in the face of the uncertain world around them. The students will have a consistent, predictable schedule, and get to interact with the teachers and students that they love so much. In primary and lower school, we are planning to have students on campus each day. We would only be in remote learning if the spread of COVID-19 increases to indicate a high level of risk, the red scenario, with a shelter-in-place order or an on-campus case. We will prioritize keeping students together in small groups and having faculty members come to the room to work with the students, because keeping students together in small cohorts limits their sphere of potential exposure. Students will also have lunch and recess in smaller groups to allow for social distancing. For middle and upper school, we're also planning for students to be on campus each day. Additionally, we're developing a hybrid scenario that involves having half of the students on campus each day if tighter limits on the size of groups becomes necessary in the case of increased spread of COVID-19. We are creating a schedule for middle and upper school that can work easily across all scenarios, full on campus, hybrid, or remote, and maintain a consistent amount of class time and contact hours with the teachers. The daily schedule includes 4 classes that meet each day for an extended period of time to reduce the number of transitions that the students engage in, and also to build on the positive feedback we received of that feature of our remote learning schedule this past spring. The schedule will also, of course, include time for advisory and for connection between students. We will also be strategic in how we have transitions between classes to maintain social distancing, including staggering class dismissals and creating one-way hallway traffic patterns. The hybrid plan would be used for middle and upper school in the event of an orange scenario where, based on guidance from health authorities, we need to reduce the total number of students on campus at one time or have smaller groups of students in each indoor space. In the hybrid scenario, half of the students would be on campus each day, and each student group would be kept to less than 10 people in a classroom at a time. The students would be on campus for 2 days in a row, and then remote learning for 2 days in a row. We're looking at plans for on-campus care for middle school students on their remote learning days in this scenario. For the days that students are not physically in the classroom, we're also working with the technology committee on solutions that would allow them to join the class synchronously, perhaps through live streaming. Therefore, even in the hybrid scenario, students would be able to maintain the connection with their teachers and classes every day. I want to reiterate, we are planning for students in all divisions to be on campus in person every day, but this option provides us with flexibility. We realize that there also may be individuals who require remote learning even after we have returned to on campus. For those cases, we're working on technology and logistics for students to join their classes remotely through live streaming or video sessions. Finally, we are not planning any changes to our academic calendar for the year at this time as it relates to the start of school or school breaks this fall. I realize that this is a lot of information. There are 2 reminders, though, that I would like to stress. First, we're still in the midst of refining these plans. We will be sharing a more detailed version this month in division-specific virtual meetings. Second, these plans are subject to change. Our top priority is the health and safety of our students, faculty, and families. As our knowledge of the virus improves and strategies to minimize the risk advances, we will not hesitate to adjust these plans. In closing, I would like to return to the 3 key words that I mentioned at the beginning of my talk: informed, prepared, agile. We know that being well prepared with a flexible plan gives us the best chance of having students on campus early and consistently while not compromising on the safeguards needed for health and safety. As you have heard, we will not be held up by logistical concerns, and we will ensure that our students are receiving an excellent academic program that is delivered through meaningful relationships they develop with Walker faculty. Next week, Be on the lookout for information about a virtual Walker Town Hall with Jack Hall, our head of school, and Glenn Shaw, the chairman of our board of trustees. Christy Holman and I will also be on hand to answer questions about our health and safety plan and teaching and learning plan. We look forward to providing an excellent educational experience for your children this upcoming school year. Thank you for your continued support. Stay well and have an excellent weekend.